up, everybody? RaviRamCPA again from RaviRamCPA.
I am Devin Ramnarain, Chief Operating Officer. Hello.
Hey guys, and we're back. This week we're going to talk about off the beaten path tax tips and how they can save you a lot of money. You know, not a lot of people know about every single deduction that the Internal Revenue Code offers the common person or a small business owner.
Right. There are a lot of unusual ones that, if you do your documentation, if you do your paperwork, you can go ahead and put in and you can get a lot of money back at the end of the year. And if you go to a big box retail tax place, they're not going to do that paperwork for you. They're just not. And so it's good to have it and to know what you're doing when you go.
Right. On the flip side, if you take it to a private practice, either a sole practitioner or one of the bigger regional firms or whatnot, they're going to charge you, what, $400, $500 an hour for just some basic tax advice that you can kind of either look up yourself or go to a middle-of-the-road tax company, hint, hint,
hey
and
guys,
have those questions answered for you. So again...
Right, and even if you are going to one of those high-end places, chances are they're going to want that paperwork from you anyway.
Right. So there you have it. So again, it's all about making wise financial decisions. But anyway, we digress. Let's get right into it. Airline baggage fees. You go to the airport these days, it's not $19.95 anymore. They charge for every freaking thing, starting with, I'm over 6 feet tall, and sitting in a coach seat is not the easiest thing in the world. Same for Devin, who's also very tall.
I'm 5'9.5".
Exactly. So there's that. The meal element does not exist most times when you're traveling domestically. It's just not the same experience. But one thing that you can actually mitigate a little bit is the whole airline baggage fee.
Yeah,
Phenomenon.
This past weekend, Ravi and I, we went to New York. I mean, it wasn't for work. It was a much-needed vacation.
We didn't travel for work? What's wrong with us?
I know. It was our first travel without, being for work or getting married. But, just to check our bags was $25 per person each way. So that was $100 just for a few days.
Right. And think of a couple, CEO, COO, who are traveling for business even twice a month. That's $200 a month using that same rate. Multiply that by 12. That's $2,400 a year you're spending on airline baggage fees. That's crazy.
Yeah, travel more than that and, just do the math.
Do the math. So, of course, fortunately, the IRS allows you to net that against your business revenue. So it does soften the blow a little bit as far as your tax bill at the end of the year. And yeah, kudos to the IRS for allowing that, and let's hope it continues.
Yeah.
Number 2, we want to talk about bad debt deductions. And Devin, do you want to talk a little bit about that topic?
Sure. Okay, well, say you've got some kind of less than reputable friend or family member or etc. who, they ask you for a loan of whatever amount, let's say $200 for all intents and purposes, and they're going to pay you back when they get paid.
They're good for the money. They're good for the money.
They're going to do it. They promise. They promise. Well, and you don't get that money back. Well,
you can't deduct that. I'm sorry.
You can't deduct that, but if you get your paperwork done on that, if you've got a promise in writing,
promissory note, it's been signed by both parties, notarized, and that's the bare minimum. Ideally, you'd have it taken to a lawyer and whatnot. Obviously, we're talking about
more than $200.
Yeah, exactly. But the topic still is relevant in that, you have to have your ducks in a row. You have to have your documentation in line in order to collect on that money. But if you don't collect on that money, then, you can deduct it. You can use that.
You can get part of it back.
Yeah, you can use that documentation as support, if God forbid you are audited or whatnot, just to show that, it was a legitimate loan and you're writing off that loss.
Exactly.
So, again, great thing that the Internal Revenue Code allows for. And number 3, we want to talk about casualty losses, disasters, things like that. I mean, things happen, that we live in Florida, we have hurricanes. Up north, you have bad snowstorms.
California, you got wildfires. The Midwest, you have hail and ice storms.
Right.
It's everywhere.
You can't really escape it no matter where you go in the U.S. But because of that, the IRS allows you to deduct these losses. There are obviously certain limitations that you have to abide by, and for more on that, we don't charge $400 or $500 an hour. You can definitely talk to us.
Not even.
But we digress. The IRS does allow you to deduct those losses on your tax return. Again, your documentation has to be in line. You can't tell them that 100 blocks of gold blew away in the last hurricane, whatever it was. What was it here? Wilma or something? No, not
Yeah.
Wilma. It was Wilma. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lamborghini. I know I paid cash for it, so I don't have any paperwork on it, but it was full of new Louis Vuitton bags, and it just blew away.
Yeah.
Give me
okay.
my money.
So show me the receipt.
It blew away too. Everything's gone.
You didn't take a picture of it and save it to your email?
I'm humble, I just wanted to keep my things secret,
Mm.
Stay blessed, hashtag,
Yeah.
whatever.
Basically, in that situation, you cannot deduct that loss. But at the same time, if you did have a luxury vehicle and it was severely damaged by hail or by a hurricane, tornado,
And you're a normal person and
Yeah.
you have a receipt for that.
yeah, then you should be okay. Again, check with your, read through your contract that you have with your insurance company and check with your insurance agent before proceeding on that. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, actually, yes. There are a lot more unusual tax deductions, and we know all of them. Ravi's been quoted everywhere as an accounting and tax expert. So, you guys have any questions as far as things that, you have business expenses or cosmetic expenses, etc., anything, and you want to know if you can take it off your taxes, you just let us know.
Definitely. So, for Devin Ramnarain, I'm Ravi Ramnarain. So long, and we will see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye.